Hello, in this video I will be talking about a little bit of a different deck, which is Spooky Karma. It is not the usual mid-range deck that I like and play, but instead it's a very heavy control deck. Probably the only deck you can really call control in Legends of Runeterra. It relies on Karma and her level up in order to suck all the will in your opponent to play the game. It plays essentially only removal, stall spells, and Karma and Trash, which is used to pull Karma. And the entire idea of the deck is to survive until Karma levels and then be able to use all your spells so you can completely wipe your opponent's board, whatever they play, and finish them off with Go Hard and slowly growing board from random Karma spells, an elusive Scattered Pod, and of course the repeated Pack Your Bugs. Overall, the deck just relies on spells like Vile Feast, spells like Go Hard, late game Pack Your Bugs, but usually you don't use Pack Your Bugs as a removal tool. You usually stall until Karma to use it with her, to have it be a removal for late game rather than a removal for turn 5 or 6 like it used to be in the actual Go Hard deck. Other than that, we have a lot of stall tools: Concussive Palm, the Box, Denies for protection of Karma, Will of Ionia, and ways to draw cards that will help you survive, ways to draw cards that will help you close out the game in the end, such as Deep Meditation and Scattered Pot. Scattered Pot also is an interesting one in this one because it lets you choose between slow, fast, and burst spells. And as you can see in this list, there's only one burst spell, and this is Deep Meditation, which means if you are lacking cards in your hand, you can always choose burst speed spell from Scattered Pot and draw 2 extra spells through Deep Meditation, especially when you have a Karma on board, and then instead you draw 4 spells, which is even better. And you can also find your last Go Hard, which will turn into Pack Your Bugs through Scattered Pot as well, which will be through the slow spells. Go Hard is the only slow spell in this deck. As we can see, this deck, even though it is such a heavy control deck, it does not run Ruination. Well, I have played a few games of it. I've had a decent win rate, a little over, I guess, 50%. It's nothing stellar, but definitely fun to play and definitely very unfun to play against. So enjoy the games that you'll be watching in a second. I think MF Sejuani is just... Well, it's of course a different version of GP Sejuani, it's way faster. But I just don't think I agree with the deck. I don't think it's that great. I'll keep the box, it's a great way to deal with MF. And I have not that many ways of doing so much damage. To Go Hards, I would rather keep in my hand. And this is just... This saves me on damage. Oh wow, it does not. That's surprising, I didn't expect Trolchan to be in his deck at all. Not to mention hand. Definitely surprised me a bit. Well, it's not that big of a problem. I want to have as many draws before I shuffle Go Hards. But I also really want to get rid of this misfortune. If he passes here, I can just pass back. And that's the second one. Of course, it's lots of damage that I'm taking. And I could have prepared a whale, but a second Trolchan would completely destroy me. Ah, this is probably a free attack, that was my bad. But honestly, Sejuani is not that scary at 2. I really don't feel like I'm very far behind. This monster harpoon is a big commitment and doesn't even kill the trash. Here I can... Actually, it's probably a River Shaper. Can get a new spell. This having spell shield is just a big slap. But we still destroy a fair amount of attack or damage away from the board, and we have double whale. Of course we can't double whale next turn, but even a single whale clears a lot. Oh, this is not so bad. Especially got trash levels here. Yeah, this definitely is winnable. This trade's very good. He also have to give him credit for this trade. It was really smart. Here we can scatter pod. And this is really nice because we get the karma. We can pass. I didn't expect him to pass back actually. But this palm might seal the win for me. I believe this is it. I like this trade. Oh, we can also concussive bomb. That's really nice. We still heal. Can pass here. And with karma leveling up next turn, I don't think we can win this game. Of course we can win this game. We can't lose this game anymore. This go hard just destroys any last hope he's had. This is a double monster harpoon. And that's the only way for him to win. This double monster harpoon. So we can deal with one. And then we can just very easily deal with the Sejuani. He needs Troll Chant here, but even if he has Troll Chant, we have double Vengeance and double Whale next turn. This levels Sedge, but Sedge still isn't out of range of Packer Bugs. So I assume he has second Sedge perhaps in hand. But this looks like it's game over. Once again, this really nicely showcases how to outgrind the opponent. And with cards like Scattered Pot, actually there is quite some ways of winning the game once you've taken over the board, because a 5 damage and lose is pretty good. Oh, definitely just venges the Siren. That's interesting. It's basically a GP Sedge, but the boat and the champ are worse, which is interesting. Here we just trade. This how easy to leave this going. He will play a new Misfortune. What spell do we want? Do we want Go Hard? I don't think it matters in the end. We can get Burst spell, probably Deep Mad, which is very helpful here. as it will let us get 2 more spells. I mean 4 more spells, of course. Sometimes I forget there's Karma on the board. Here's the go hard. And I can just attack. Three Sisters to Flash Freeze. It's very cute. Still do some damage. And a pretty easy pass. I don't think there's a way in this world you can ever win the game. Especially with us throwing a level trash now. Would be nice to have one more go hard. But yeah, it doesn't matter in the end. Another win. Spook is actually pretty good. It's over 50% for me at least, so that's really a happy win rate. Well, that's like I didn't expect to see. These all look like cards I don't want this early in the game, especially in this matchup. I think he just out aggroed me. Although double vial at least can help. Yeah. Yeah, this is very nice. With the Faithful coming up next. Oh, that's interesting. So there's probably a Zed coming up. I can just pop and pass. You'll soon understand my methods. Oh, I don't mind passing here. I'm getting this here. Oh wow. Oh, this of course wants to block Zed. Now we can pass here. And we can block Lulu with the Faithful. Of course we'll waste heal, but that's not a big deal. He needs to buff the Mentor for sure. Oh wow. Definitely don't mind this. Especially with the third vial of his pickup. Wow. This is really good. Trash the box next turn helps a lot too. And we can just kill the Lulu. That's all we need to do in here. I want the Spiderling for sure. This is sweet. Essentially doesn't accomplish that much for him. Keep the Vial Feast. Have box. It is looking very good. Here we can just do this. It's looking interesting. It's looking really good for us. I don't think he can hope to win this game anymore. Yeah, of course. Spooky Karma just doesn't lose these. So the test of the best deck in the game. Let's see how this one goes. Not overly optimistic considering all the spell shields. But we can give it a try. Vial Feasts definitely help. And of course. It's great to keep to pop spell shields, but I'm also happy to just do this. I want to play a little bit more aggressive than I usually would in this with this deck. I'll just go for the River Shaper.
I do not break rules, I bend them.
get a quick draw and get rid of an Akshan. That's also a really good draw considering all the spell shields. I definitely want to do this. Hope for no notify, there is one so. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this one. This could be a use for Ruin Runner, so we don't want to have anything that's vulnerable on the board. We pass here. Can try to grasp of the undying this Sivir. Spirit's Refuge is definitely a thing we don't mind seeing. It's an expensive protection spell. Also tells us he does not have any way to protect it further. And here we can look for a slow spell, maybe a go hard to pop another spell shield. Oh, it's interesting. It's a very aggressive play here. Here we can go for Karma. Take the language off with Go Hard. And then decide whether we want to will. This Go Hard is a heal stuff, which is very good. Yeah, this is something that makes me really happy. A very simple attack here. And here we go. With 10 mana next turn, we have the mana for both Will of Ionia and Withering Wail. So even if one gets denied, we should be fine. Of course, we need to try to level Karma. And of course, if he has everything, there is not much we can do. And here we can go like this. Of course, when things down, we have Will of Ionia to put Sivir back in his hand. And hope he doesn't have a deny. Which is unlikely because based on his hand, he probably holds one. He does not. Oh my god, this is pretty doable. I am very surprised. Very surprised right here. Of course, there's the sad part of Spell Shield, but Spell Shield doesn't matter that much because of the leveled Karma. Rekindler. Of course, we play Rekindler over Karma, so we want to have the Karma spell for next turn. This is very likely an attempt at killing a Karma. Not very successful. Spirit Refuge potentially. Discipline of Fortune. I don't really understand why he would do this. Showing me his hand is, I don't think, something he would want to do. Ruination's cute. Leveled Karma. We need to find something at least to win this game with. The box doesn't seem like it. Oh, this looks fine. Find another Karma. And that's how that's how this deck wins. You don't destroy the opponent's Nexus, you just casually wait for them to surrender. It's a very mean deck. It's difficult to play against. It's very frustrating, but it gives some satisfaction to it.